Welcome to the garden. My name is Healer Yaz, and as highly requested on TikTok, I am making a comeback from my YouTube. So please definitely enjoy. Today we're going to be going over a general collective message and a traditional pick a card reading. So I'm really excited as I haven't done a pick a card in a while. And if you're into esoteric views and just spiritual daily talks and what type of teas you should get, this is definitely the account you want to subscribe to. So come join me on this journey. I promise to stay consistent, and I'm looking forward to growing with all my flower babes and baes. Thank you. Hi, my pal one. If you're here with me today, it is because you picked this beautiful Lemurian quartz. Lemurian quartz is really good. You hear how I said that? LOL. Lemurian. Lemurian quartz is a really good tool to use, especially if you've been feeling like zapped of your energy, just feeling like overall overwhelmed. This was a crystal that was found in Mount Shasta in California mountains. So that's really cool stuff. If you didn't know that, highly recommend. I'm going to go ahead and get into your tarot reading, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the energy of today's tarot reading, okay, as I pull out your cards. So we have the Knight of Wands. Then we have the High Priestess. And then we have the Seven of Wands that came out. And the back of the deck energy was the Six of Wands, okay? I'll go ahead and put the decks down below in case any of you guys want to purchase. So the Knight of Wands energy here is definitely telling me that a lot of you are feeling spicy. If you've been feeling very murky and confused about your path and the way you want to feel guided, expect a lot of clarity, motivation to start coming to you. Spirit is telling me that there is some type of magnetism and polarizing feelings in regards to what it is that you're trying to move towards. Wow. Okay, so I'm saying, and I am seeing that some of you could be like creatives. This could be specifically for those who are trying to date or invoke some type of passion with a new relation. The clarity you need is coming. I'm hearing 777 and 818. There is some Leo or Sagittarius energy present here, okay? I'm definitely feeling that vibe for some of you guys. Expanding your horizons, understanding what's being presented in front of you. I feel like this is specifically, especially for those who need to understand that patience is key, okay? Patience is going to be your best friend. Also, this is allowing yourself to be more open-minded and expressive towards colors you want and needs, and being vocal towards the energy in which you want to be perceived by. So, excuse me, just burped, guys. Adventures like this will light you up because you know the growth and expansions are waiting on the other side. So be a pioneer. It's really time to be calculated and take risks and start new horizons around those heights you're trying to receive. So next we have like this High Priestess energy here, right? So I love tarot because it can tell a story. For some of you, there's this like divine feminine that's going to help you process more emotions. I'm picking up maybe a aunt, maybe a cousin of a sort, a friend, but there is some type of woman that wants to be present with you, and it could be an ancestor I'm picking up on. But Spirit is also asking you in moments of moving towards all this passion, making sure you have moments to ground yourself, because there's a lot of good energy coming towards you. Use discernment, because all company is not good company, and that's what a lot of people don't realize about the High Priestess, that it can represent like this guardianship of the subconscious mind. A lot of you could be pouring into yourself more and learning how to trust your inner guidance and inner thoughts, but I see that sometimes it can be really hard. A good thing that I can add down below, if you guys are interested, is some binaural beats. That will be very favorable for this group, especially because it helps break down the subconscious mind, and things that were projected on you at a young age will start to kind of like dissipate, and you'll start to be able to pour more healthy subliminal things into you while you sleep. So binaural beats are really good because they will reprogram the subconscious mind due to it not knowing right or wrong, especially when receiving information when you were probably around the ages of 8, 5, and 8, I would probably say. And it will help reprogram any of those projected negative energies that was poured onto you as a child. You could definitely have went through some type of trauma in regards to how you want to be perceived, and because of that, you could be really harsh on yourself. So your intuitive sense right now is providing you with the useful information, and it will be assisting you. I'm seeing it. I'm hearing the number 2, so 2 to 2 weeks. You will be getting assisted and becoming more, I want to say, in touch with your subconscious mind. So knowledge of how to fix these issues will not come through of thinking and rationalizing, but tapping into and trusting your intuition, so to say. So allow yourself time and space to meditate and attend to your inner voice. Look for areas in your life where you feel like it may be out of balance. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's just a simple essence of like pouring back into yourself. And a lot of colors that I'm picking up on is purple, and the hue of blue is coming up. So this will help you connect to your throat and crown chakras, okay? And so now we have the Seven of Wands here. And with the Seven of Wands being in reverse, Spirit is urging you to not give up. You may fail or feel like you're failing at some point, and therefore it's causing some type of exhaustion. So you could be experiencing one of the malefic years for astrology, which is the 12th, 8th, and 4th house. So comment down below if you would like me to further explain what that means in a different video. But right now, that can mean you're going through a lot of transformation and a lot of pivotal changes and shifts in your life. You almost kind of may feel like you want someone to like rescue you because you're so used to rescuing others. But Spirit is saying to let go with that Six of Swords energy. You know, you're being pulled to be forward in a direction which is going to fulfill you, but you cannot restrain or try to control the outcome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get some more details for pile 1. I almost said pile 2, but I'm going to go ahead and get some more details for you guys. So we have the Friendship card. Once again, I told you guys there's a feminine energy here, or maybe it could be a restorative friendship with a male figure or a female figure, but there's something that will help you kind of come full circle. And remember, I told you guys that 7 was coming up and 8, 1, 8. There's 1 7 right here, and that equals to an 8. So then we have karmic path, leaving that situation, leaving things that no longer fulfill you. That's going to be super important. Then we have the truth. So things coming to light. I have a feeling though that this energy that's coming to light though is going to help you make decisions towards how you want to leave, and it won't make you feel like you're so held back. And then lastly, we have the relief card. That kind of correlates with what I just said. You're definitely going to start feeling like a burden is coming. I do feel like someone's going to come and try to speak to you soon, so be wary of that. I'm not sure. It feels a little hesitant, so maybe this person could have hurt you, or maybe this person is definitely trying to make their way back. Karmic path. Oh, and there's 8, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little more detail on what's going on. So first we have the Black Moon and Lilith. 3. Look at that, 12 12, you guys. Oh my god, oh my gosh, we love the correlation when things like this happen. So yes, the Black Moon and Lilith can talk about the divine feminine, specifically tapping into that dark side, allowing more of a flow within mysterious, and being mindful of who you're allowing in your energy. And once again, what do you need to leave behind, and is it worth talking to all these people about? Because I see good things coming your way, but it's going to be really important for you to make sure you're being mindful of what you're investing your time in. Virgo, analyzing. Okay, analyzing. And it's crazy because Virgo can be really good at picking up on small details. So you could be someone that's very meticulous and also really goal-oriented individuals. So once again, a lot of people tend to come to you for that comfort, come to you for that help, and once you start to pour into others, you forget to kind of reel it back in. So Spirit is asking you once again with this crystal energy, how can you like cleanse that up? How can you like zap it out so that you're not feeling murky and picking up on other people's vibes? We have the Scorpio energy, transform. I did say you guys are in a shifting period. You guys are in a period where you're about to walk into a new door. My left ear is ringing, and it's going to be really, really important. Scorpio and the Black Moon energy is giving very much moving with discernment and not letting everyone know your business. And then the last card we have here is the 3rd house of messages. Once again, I feel like someone is definitely going to try and communicate with you. Someone is definitely going to try and I just heard the word rekindle. So take that information as you will. If it apply, let it so, and if it doesn't, definitely let it fly. Okay, I'm gonna just get some extra details for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so the first card we have here is keep your life in balance. That's the scales. I was just talking about duality, you guys. Then the next card we have is Whale. So it says great worry over nothing. You have nothing to be stressed out about. You have nothing that should be making you feel overwhelmed. Nothing that makes you feel like you need to cut and shrink yourself as a person. A wishbone. A wish is about to be granted. And sevens, I forgot to mention to you guys, cool fact, sevens, they rule over Jupiter energy. And right now we're having a beautiful conjunction with Venus. So this will be a great auspicious time for everyone to manifest. Then we have a box. You will be receiving a gift. Okay. You have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. I love it. This is some good energy, you guys. And look, path. I just feel like this guy with the bow is definitely you guys. You guys are leaving one thing to enter another, and it's going to be something worthwhile, something you're definitely looking forward to. And then you have an emotional, secure, loving family is important to you. Some of you could be bringing in the news, so be real mindful, be real careful if you are not trying to get pregnant, if you get what I'm saying. And then you have some excitement, some passion coming in. That's really fun. And then the last card we have here is someone you know is undependable and insincere. And I really do feel like that goes alongside with this Black Moon and Lilith. Not everyone you need to be surrounding yourself with. Not everyone needs to be in your business, okay? Pow one. All right, what a reading. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If this resonated with you, please definitely like, subscribe, and share. Comment your thoughts down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm about to move on to Pow 2, okay? Hello my Pow 2. If you're here with me today, it is because the Selenite crystal resonated with you. And speaking of Selenite crystal, man, well, let's get into it, because this beauty right here holds me down. It is really good for clearing energy, really good if you tend to attract vampire people who tend to like suck your energy. So energetic vampires. It's really good for just overall neutralizing the energy. So if you're coming across this pile, it is because that may have resonated with you as far as needing that clearing. I'm also hearing for some of you could be getting a lot of attention soon, or some type of like notoriety. But let's get into this reading, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I pre-shuffle some tarot cards, and I'm gonna go place them down for you. So we have the Devil in the reverse. Let's make some space here. Oop, it fell. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, so we have the Devil card in reverse. We have the Tower card. Let's scoot it over for some space. This girl wants to be seen. Do you hear me? This girl wants to definitely be seen. And then we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the overall energy is this Five of Wands. Okay, Pow 2, we have a lot going on that we need to discuss, and we're going to get right into it, okay? So already off rip, when I pulled the Devil in reverse, it was definitely giving that this group is going to be releasing like a lot of beliefs as far as limiting, okay? And I really was picking up on the fact that you are confronting your inner fears and anything that's like holding you back via anxiety or just stress in general that could be unhealthy. So I feel like Spirit right now really needs you to focus on eliminating these things that could be harmful to your inner psyche. So I also feel like for those who are tapping into this energy needs to understand that creating like a healthy diet, watching less television, quitting smoking, like just unhealthy habits is going to be very beneficial for you guys, especially because you just went through something so pivotal. I'm picking up that a lot of you guys could have went through some type of like major awakening. I'm hearing like maybe a custody battle, or you went through some type of financial like limitation, but you're definitely shifting into a new chapter into your life, similar to like Pow 1. So you could have resonated with the first Pow 2, so feel free to definitely go tap into that video. But take this opportunity to bring about that positive change in your life by staying focused on the ultimate goal of freedom. So I'm definitely going to recommend that you guys are taking it a little slow and making sure you're not overdoing it, because Spirit is urging you to find those healthier mechanisms to cope with, especially if you are someone that is longing for another, or currently have went through that argument or a period where you just feel like you have to like focus on your energy. Okay, so I see that you tend to pour a lot into others, and I'm gonna let you know right now, you have people watching you. You have a lot of energy that may not even necessarily be yours, and it's because you have haters, for real, and it could be affecting your mental health. And those thoughts that you think are yours are not, like, they are not yours. Okay, so it's very, very important that you are finding space to really heal yourself and understand like your shadows, so you're either able to release them or integrate them into your life by, I don't want to say like being constructive necessarily, but more so like integrating it in a way where you're not fearful of the fact that it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel upset, but as long as you're not like pulling yourself down, it's really important that you see that. So try to seek understanding of it, and then try to find a way to release it. Try not to have like resistance, because sometimes unconsciously we can do that, especially when confronting things that we may feel shameful towards or embarrassed. So it's going to be very important that you are vocalizing like your emotions and not allowing no one to just, you know, say anything to you. You may also be entering a period where you just came out of it like being anxious or like having depression, but overall just experiencing dark thoughts, and you are trying to understand it, but it tends to kind of feel like a struggle for sure. But Spirit is asking you to maybe even heighten your support system. So who is it that you feel like can support you, understand you as a person, and actually take the time to be generous like you are with others, pouring into other people's cups so that you're not being neglected towards yourself. Okay, so with the Tower energy here, definitely, once again, that is just insinuating, excuse me, I just burped, you guys. That is definitely insinuating that you could have definitely went through some type of change. And like I said, once again, I'm just picking up on, for some of you guys, for this group, financial limitation is a huge one. So learning how to reconstruct your values towards money, your relationship towards it. Y'all could have grown up in a poverty like mindset home, and because of that, a lot of those traits carried on into your adult life, minus the actual stuff that's like truly going on in the world that we can't control, but overall just feeling like what you feel like subconsciously you're worthy of. And because of that, Spirit is asking that this not be the thing of your energy that depletes you, but more so how can you grow from it, and how can you reevaluate and reconstruct it. What are you doing that is the dictator of your finances, and is it bringing you joy, is it bringing you happiness, or are you just doing it to make ends meet? Are you doing it to make yourself kind of, what's the word, like survive, like survival mode for sure. So I keep seeing an all-knowing eye, and I know it may feel like cluttered, and it may feel like you don't know what's going on, but this is happening for a reason. This is definitely happening for a reason. It's not happening to you, is more so happening for you. So Spirit is really asking you to kind of be open. I keep hearing Gemini for some of you, so Gemini placements could be significant. And I'm also hearing that this person, specifically you or this person, remember I told you the hating energy could also just have mutable essence just present. So that could be Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, or Sagittarius. Being mindful of those placements in the energy, because one thing I will say about mutable energy is they know how to adapt, but at the same time, when things are going at a certain rate, it's also important to make sure that you're also not allowing yourself to just accept anything. Okay, so it's like that energy. Mutable tends to have people-pleasing tendencies too, and because of that, it can be very overwhelming. Let's get some more detail. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some more cards. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the first card we have here is spiritual cleansing. Once again, and I said an all-knowing eye. That's insane. That's insane. So yes, with the all-knowing eye, it's going to be very, very important for Pile 2 to make sure they're being mindful of their energy, just who they're around. You guys give very much sponge, and like I always tell people with mutable, they like to adapt to their surroundings, adapt to what's being put in front of them, and because of that, it can be very overwhelming. You see with this 5 of Wands energy, it just gives arguments, it gives people trying to start you. Look, Lissalia and I say, no, we don't want to tap into that. We're trying to clear it all up. So yeah, like literally when I tell you that Spirit is really really urging you to really just cleanse your space, cleanse your home. Okay, so I'm going to pull another card. Past life. This is something you've already done before. You've already been that reliant person, that bends over backwards to be more palatable for people. So Spirit is asking you, oh my goodness, 1 + 4, 5. Another 5. That can mean change. And then when you equal the 5s together, that's a 1. So putting yourself first, doing what makes you happy first, is going to be very important. And then we have this water. And like I said, you guys get very sponge-like energy. So overall, you could be like me, a psychic or intuitive, just someone who can tap into the divine at a quicker rate than the average. So it's going to be very important that you are being mindful of the energy that you're surrounding yourself with, and that you entertain for the sake of keeping the peace. You know what I mean? So spiritual cleansing. Past life situation, we have water. So tie that all together, and what that tells me is that Spirit is really wanting you, and I mean wanting you. This is generational. This is something that passes on. This is something that needs to be addressed, because what this water energy is saying is you can't keep pleasing them anymore. You can't keep telling people what they want to hear, especially if it's at the detriment of your cup not being fulfilled. Okay, so I'm gonna use another deck for some more energy. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, so we have the sun. Once again, 1. Look, you guys. Oh my goodness. Sun, y'all have to get into this. The sun. That literally rules over Leo energy. Putting yourself first. The self, quite literally. You need to put yourself out there. You need to establish what is going to be best for you. You could be someone that also is a teacher, I'm hearing, but it's seeming like for some of you, or doing something with working with people, as in like pouring knowledge into them. So like almost, once again, Sagittarius energy coming up. I feel like it's going to be very important for you to also try and expand yourself as far as things you never thought you would try. I feel like you get really caught up in like the supportive character, and it's because people tend to place it on you because you're so good at it. But right now, Spirit is asking, what is your soul calling you to do? Okay, the next card says, oh my, y'all, I kid you not. 9th house, are you serious? 9th house, that's Sagittarius. It rules the 9th house. Miss Cellulite cannot stay up today, okay? Yes, this is all about higher learning. This literally rules over teaching. Sagittarius in a Gemini axis rules over school, learning, teaching, higher elevation around those essences that you're pouring into other people, and you're also being the student. So this is some interesting stuff. This is very spiritual. This group is very connected to the divine. You may even know things before people realize it, or you just may feel a person walk in a room and you don't even have to turn around. You just know who they are. You have Cancer, and that's the psychic of the zodiac, okay? Trusting your inner gut, trusting your inner feelings. You need to make sure, once again, this is all very spiritual. This is all very karmic for this pile. And I really feel like for some of you, definitely resonated with pile 1 as well. This Cancer I feel energy is already just making me know you are a sponge for sure. So making sure, like I said, the boundaries are going to be so important for you, and making sure that you're not getting taken advantage of. And then the last card I pulled is the 1st house. Once again, focusing on the self. I feel like, especially with these two both equaling up to 7, which is like Piscean energy. I said Piscean, which is Libra-esque energy, partnerships, divinity, friendships. That is something that's very important to you. However, it's so important that you also don't neglect yourself in the long run. Okay? You're not no one's doormat, pile 2. You're not no one's doormat, okay? I went ahead and pre-shuffled these for you guys. So crib, we have birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So once again, a lot of you are stepping into a new chapter, and it's interesting that I got the crib next to the Cancer, because Cancer also rules over the mother archetype. And it's interesting because birth or conception, if that's not something you're trying to like, you know, pick up on or have right now, be careful, because this Cancer energy just gives motherhood or just entering a parentship with someone. But I do feel like this group has a lot of good things coming to them because of all of the energy around the evil eyes that you need to be mindful of, so that you're not absorbing other people's energy. You have a younger man, dealings or a relationship with a younger man. And immediately when this came up, oh my goodness, you guys, I have not had to deal with this with the other pile. Okay, she's like, cleanse, no. So with the younger man here, once again, I told you that some of you guys could be going through a breakup or some type of miscommunication, and it could be a male figure that you're tapping into. We have the tulip here. Great passion. This will help you invoke the passion that you may have towards yourselves. Gift yourself some tulips. Or if you're seeing tulips, that could be a good indication that you're on the right path. If you randomly walk across it or smell it, a parent just happens to get gifted. Whenever you see a tulip, that is an indicator of you are on the right path. We have the rabbit. Too much concern with schmexual matters. LOL. That is hilarious. Okay, you guys. You can worry about the body. But like I said, let's focus on the self. Let's focus on the self for this group, okay? You may be trying to also... I find that a lot of empaths are very schmexual beings anyway, because we feel so much, and when you have schmexual activities happening, it's a really good release, aka that passion, but not always the best. Duality is best, okay? Power to duality is best. We have an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And it's interesting because I didn't even realize that it was the rooster, and I placed it right on top of the younger man. So yeah, just be wary of this person. Be making sure you're not over explaining yourself, because people go out their way to, they understand what they want to understand, and they're going to make space for what they want to make space for. So don't try to stress yourself out trying to appease this person, or if it's not a person, if it's a job, whatever it is in your life that's causing this pivotal change, it is going to be so important that you're not once again falling back into old habits to be, I guess, more palatable for someone else. If they weren't willing to do it for you, why would you do it for them? So next you have the bouquet. I said bouquet. A bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Okay, so you have some people coming in and feeling on you, and I really feel like that's going to have to do with as you're pouring into yourself. And I even feel like old lovers may try to come back. So for some, I heard the number 3. So this person could definitely have Gemini once again in their charts, or if not Gemini, and if Gemini, I'm also picking up that this person has been in and out your life. They're very inconsistent. It's not a really stable foundation, and they've played a lot of mind games with you for some. If it doesn't apply, please let it fly, okay? And then we have January came out, and the marriage card. So yeah, discernment is going to be key, and they could have Capricorn or Aquarius in their chart with this January, or something significant. Maybe that's when the argument took place, or the situation with the financial endeavors, or just the custody battle energy, that could have been when that took place. Okay, and the last card we have here is getting together with friends. So make sure you're, once again, healthy mechanisms. And for some of you, you are a social butterfly. You like to be around company and friends. So make sure you're getting around friends. Just make sure it's not at the detriment of yourself. Don't surround yourself with people who you know is leeching off your energy. Okay, Power 2, you deserve better. And with that being said, this concludes this session for a pick a card. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share. And definitely stay tuned for more videos. I'm so excited. All right, Pile 3. Last but never the least, if you are tapping in with me today, it is because this beautiful black tourmaline is what resonated with you. I'm seeing honestly a common theme with all the piles, if I'm being completely honest. But this black tourmaline is really good for those that need protective properties. Tapping into black tourmaline is a great transmuter of negative vibes. And cool fact if you didn't know, black tourmaline actually, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say this wrong, don't quote me, comment down below if you know, but if I'm not mistaken, it actually transmits EMT as well. So it's good with blocking that out, and instead of it coming into you, wherever it comes out of your phone, all of that stuff, that bad technology where they say don't leave your phone on your skin or close to your face when it overheats. This is what is helping, if you tend to carry it around, lessen the possibilities of that spreading. And I just think that's so cool. And it also just goes to show you how powerful working with this mineral is. Don't do me like Pile 2 now. The card just kept falling. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled the cards for this pile, and I'm going to go ahead and put them out. So the first card we have here is the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Swords, and then we have the Temperance card, and the overall energy we have is this 5 of Swords. Okay, So when pre-shuffling these cards, I definitely was getting the energy that you are in a hermit mode. Like this pile specifically, oh my goodness. This pile specifically is in a hermit mode. They're taking time for themselves. And one word that was just coming to my head is just independence. You're finding your voice within, and the reason why you were feeling called to be yourself, more so connecting with your authentic energy. So if you've been finding yourself like just pulling back and wondering why, or just feeling like what is going on, this is the reason. It's because you're reclaiming your energy back. You're learning how to pour into yourself. So I think it's interesting to grasp that this group is really good with working with people. So you may draw in people who tend to emotionally dump or pour on you and haven't had the time to process the things that's going on around yourself. So this is a great time, especially if you're about to start something new, even if it's a project or going to go out and achieve something. Spirit is asking you to really be mindful of the company that you're keeping and allowing you to know what you have planned. This is not only to help you so that it doesn't create a state of paranoia, but this is more so an energy to be mindful of so that you're not constantly being overloaded and overstimulated. I find that I find that you could be like the mom or the friend that is like the dad of the group, but you're definitely a caregiver. So therefore you seek out, people tend to seek out comfort with you. So be wary of indulging and trying to cope with the fact that you're on this journey of self-preservation and rebirth. Honestly, there's a balance, because I feel like sometimes when the Three of Cups energy tends to like come out, it can really just like represent like overdoing it, just, you know, trying to find the happiness, trying to find the peace that makes you feel more, I guess, I don't want to say numb, but like almost like a cool little escape. So Spirit is just really making sure you hone it in, because yeah, you know, you're taking this time to yourself, and yeah, you're trying to figure it out, that you may want to have a little fun sometimes. You may want to, you know, take time to just go and go crazy, and that's cool. But just make sure you understand, like, it's not a bad thing to take some time by yourself. I feel like maybe some of you have like a lot of siblings too. You could be a meshed family, but like a lot of siblings for sure. So honestly, with there being this need for duality everywhere in anything you're doing, especially so you're not putting yourself in a state where you could be like taken advantage of or just back into the same patterns, I could definitely see with this Three of Swords energy, asking yourself what is and what is not worth it is going to be very important, especially if you are establishing those boundaries. I fear you may be very hard on yourself because you may have even had like maybe codependent parents or parents that needed you, or you had to grow up at such an early age. But I'm definitely picking up on like an older sibling vibe here. And oh my gosh, this is just like pile 2, I swear. And you guys definitely could have resonated with pile 2, but it's just so interesting because you have a very empathic aspect, especially with this Three of Swords energy here. You tend to often arrive when taking others' words, and it tends to go to your heart sometimes. And because it goes to your heart, you may be more prone to, like, I don't want to say like internet trolls or like workplace bullies, but it could just be like something that you just tend to be like, why is this happening? Like, what? I'm just like you're probably a really sweet person and be so confused. So it's going to hit home. It's going to hit closer to home, especially if your family, you grew up in a family that tend to like joke around by making fun of people, or you had a specific parent or family that just nitpicked at the way you look or the way you may, you know, just handle yourself. Because I feel like this group, you could be an Aquarius too, but I feel like you're like, I don't want to say an oddball, but you're very unique just to who you are. And as you're connecting to that authentic truth, and it's sometimes hard because sometimes people want to make you feel small and take away that light, but it's deep within you. So understand that this is a person's opinion. It's a projection of their own inner fears and anxieties. So it's going to be important to shift the energy by looking at those people with a compassionate heart. What struggles are they going through? What insecurities do you think they may feel that they're telling you? So be mindful too. Why are their words triggering you? Why? Like, really ask yourself, like, why? Is there more profound truth in what they've said? One might not be willing to just say it yet, but use these points so that you're not beating yourself up, because you can't control at the end of the day how they view themselves and how they're going to try to view you because of the self-destructive thoughts that they have towards themselves. Okay? So lastly, I want to talk about this temperance energy. And once again, that's just talking about like just being mindful so that your emotions aren't in a tizzel, but more so having this like balance, having this understanding to find out balance of what you're consuming so that you're not going through this cycle of what the Three of Swords energy was talking about. So lastly, we have this Five of Swords energy, and with the Five of Swords energy, I feel like it's telling and wanting you guys is that your interpersonal relationships are likely to come out stronger. Don't allow the production of your character in which it may be challenged to make you feel confused and unsettled. Okay? What a word, okay? I'm trying to tell you, because sometimes things we may not understand why people are treating us like this, but let me get some more details, okay? So I went ahead and pre-shuffled this deck, and I love this deck. Shift. I just told you guys are literally going through a shift. You're going through, some of you guys could be also practicing like different ways to add to your spirituality. You could also be practicing different manifestation techniques. One that came into mind was quantum leaping. So like, you know, using the water, the element of water. And then we have knowledge. So yeah, a lot of you are in your learning bag, and it's interesting because you have a 9 here. Oh my goodness. We had so many 9s come out in the last pile, but we have a 9 here. And what's interesting about that is associated with Sagittarius, aka knowledge, higher learning, spirituality, astrology. So it's interesting because I feel like as this group specifically is trying to find themselves by going into this hermit phase, they are just in this place of constantly learning, constantly soaking up this information. You have the divine masculine, learning the boundaries, learning how to defend yourself, learning how to stand in your truth so no one can ever tell you otherwise. This is some beautiful stuff right here. I love it. New life. New you. Who this? Okay? I have this tattoo behind my ear. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But yes, new life. Who this? New you. For real. Because this is the energy that is literally oozing out of pile 3 right now. And people aren't going to be able to handle that. So it's going to be up to you to focus. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is, you know, the Sagittarius always has a bow and arrow in their hand. That is crazy. But anyways, it's going to be up to you to focus and transmute that energy into yourself, directing it into yourself so that you're not, once again, like I said, focusing on things that you can't control, how other people feel, what makes you feel like you have to question everything. And then we have the 6th house, your routine, how you're going about your daily routines, and understanding them and adding in ways that you can protect yourself. If you want me to do a video on that, please comment down below. And just ways you can implement the change that you want to see in yourself, in your everyday moves, so that you know that you're investing. Look at it as an investment, because you're an investment. You're worth it. So you have to know that. We have the Sagittarius. Oh my, y'all, I kid you not. Bro, no way. No way. Y'all see this? This is crazy. We don't even need to repeat that. That's crazy. So we have Saturn return, and some of you could be going through your Saturn return for sure. But Saturn return overall, for those who aren't going through it, is definitely a time in your life where you're maturing, you're understanding. As they say, when you turn 25, your frontal, the frontal lobe is developing all the way. So this is interesting, and this is really cool. It's like your mindset is shifting. They say every 7 years you shift. Like, I seen this tweet and it was so cute and it was so funny. And the girl was like, is it weird? I have been with my partner for 10 years and it's like I'm falling all in love again. And that was hilarious, because I'm like, wow, you're falling all in love again. And I'm going to the comments, and she's, you know, responding to people, and she's saying, you know, it's like I have a crush on him all over again, and everything about him is just making me feel giddy and cute. And I was just like, wow, that is so cute. But every 7 years, you know, you go through a shift, and normally that is around the time you're about to either have your Saturn return or will have it. And one thing I can say, it is something that is so like specific in every person's life. It is when the karma is either following suit, as in you're getting what you know, reaping what you sow energy. And that could be good and that could be bad. But this is a time that is really, you know, tested in a way that's like, do you want this? What do you need? What is it that you are desiring? And for this pile, it is loving themselves and trusting themselves and knowing the capabilities of what they can become. And then we have the grand trine, so blessings. Of course, you being your authentic self, you knowing your truth, you doing the work is going to get you blessings, okay? And that's one thing Saturn will bring to you as you show the discipline and consistency to get to where you want. And then the last thing is second house owning. I feel like this group is definitely about to come into some lump sum of money or just opportunities of what you value and what you understand. Taurus energy, okay? So let me go ahead and you have December, that energy right there. You could, once again, that Sagittarius is home. And it's interesting because that and November, the end of November, is where Sagittarius resides. But you could have that Capricorn energy. But that could be a very important time for you. This could be something that you've been waiting for, or something where it's really going to click. And oh wow, I'm really excited for this group. Please calm it down, especially after this eclipse energy. So around October. So we have problems to be resolved. Okay, problems to be resolved. And I feel like this definitely came out because you need to be satisfied with self. You need to understand that sitting in that silence, understanding you as a person, understanding your thoughts, that is what's important. Okay, we have angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Okay, you hear that? Y'all are protected. We have fair woman, dealing or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. I feel like this is someone's ancestor. This is someone's family member or guide looking after them. You may have a lot of divine feminine around you, so you could have a lot of earth and water in your chart. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. So yeah, some of you have a guide that's a woman. And look, oh my goodness, it's the same person. What? Okay. That's interesting. This deck has over 75 cards, so that wasn't picked out on purpose. But again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. We're all about that good energy here. Listen, flower babes and bays, I need you to understand. It says doing something risky, taking a chance. And you could do that with yourself. I feel like when we see these type of energies coming up play, we think we need a friend to go do it with, or we can't do it by ourselves. But Spirit is saying you can, because this is your path and it's your time to shine. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Y'all stop playing. We have fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So some of you could definitely be opening up something or starting a new project, but this is good energy. Coins, money will be coming for you. I literally, with the grand blessing right there. Oh my goodness, I feel like someone's going to get a modeling opportunity. Just a random message that keeps appearing in my head. So funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And this is obviously, Saturn comes with discipline for a reason. It's a malefic for a reason. So it's not going to always be easy. It's not going to always be, you know, the best. And that's why you may feel the need to go out and party sometimes and go out and change up your routine. But just make sure there is, once again, that temperance energy balance, you know? And then the last card you guys have here is Cup. You should accept valid criticism, especially if you're trying to grow and become a better version of you. It's okay to accept it, but make sure it's your discernment that you're trusting, and it's not a form of, you know, just being negative or the same rebound energy you're trying to, you know, heal. Okay, so with that being said, for my pile 3, thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you so much for watching my first video back, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share if you feel like someone may resonate with this. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.